All right, we're going to be creating a phone wallpaper for our phones. And before we begin it, you have to know what the pixel dimensions of your phone are. Now, I have a spreadsheet attached to your assignment that has all of those on there. If by chance you have a phone that the dimensions are not on there, please contact me before you begin so that I can make sure that you have the correct dimensions. I am going to start a new document. My document is actually already here. I actually have an iPhone 11 Pro right now, and these are the pixel dimensions, but let's pretend that you don't have it here. So I could just go to Create New, and I'm going to choose Web, because that way it will make sure that it is an RGB document. Notice it is RGB right here. And for the pixel dimensions, I want to make sure that the orientation is portrait mode, and I know that my pixel dimensions are 1125 by 2436, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and click Create. So now I have this. Now, I'm going to grab the rectangle tool, and I want to make sure I have no stroke, and I'm going to change the fill to black, and I'm going to drag a rectangle across the size of the screen. Then I'm going to click off of it so it is not selected. Now I will grab the pencil tool, and I make sure that I have no stroke and no fill, and I'm going to just kind of draw a wavy blob around here. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Object, Create Gradient Mesh, and I want to make sure I have 3 rows, 3 columns, and I'll click OK. It should turn white at this point. Now, I'm glad this happened. See how this one ended up off my blob? So I'm going to grab the Direct Selection tool. Oop. Let's click off that. And I'll click on that, just that one point, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to maybe move that in a little bit better so that it lines up a little bit more logically. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So, but notice that they're all in the center. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and shift and click and click and click. So I shift clicked all of those, and I'm going to make those center points black. And I could have done it up at the top too, by the way. And then I'm going to grab the lasso tool, and I'm going to lasso these points. And at this point, we're going to make it rainbow color. So Roy G. Biv, everyone's going to have the same colors. We're going to go red, and I'm going to go lasso and lasso this section right here and make those orange. Lasso here, yellow, lasso, make those green, lasso, make them blue. And the last ones, I'm going to have purple. Oop, that's not purple. I'm not getting purple. So let me make sure I get some more points there. Okay, and purple. There we go. Now I see a little bit of purple. Okay, so now I have this one blob, and with it selected, I'm going to go in here. I can either go to the Properties panel under Opacity, or I can go in the Appearance panel under Opacity, and I'm going to change that blend mode to screen. And so you're not going to be able to see anything right now because it's not interacting with another one. But if I made another blob, and let's see, I'm going to go boom, boom, boom. Object, create gradient mesh, select them, hold down the shift key, and we're going to go red, orange, blue, and purple. Okay, and I didn't get that one, so I need to go back. Somehow I missed that one, so I'm going to make sure that that one is black. Oop, wrong one selected. No, I'm still not getting it. So I'm going to go with the lasso tool and make sure that anything I'm getting in here, and there we go. That's better. Now, for some reason, this is not selecting correctly, so I'm going to go here and make that, I'll make it red again. Okay, so now I've got that. And again, I'm going to make this one screen. And the cool thing is that once you've got them and you move them over top of each other, you'll see they'll start interacting with each other and creating new colors. Because remember, you're mixing light. And when you mix light, you get different colors. Okay, and you see as I move different parts of it in there. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be creating lots of blobs. Now, if you decide that you want to alt click and drag and make the other blob, make sure that you are rotating that around. Sometimes I even go and change the colors of it just so that I get different looks. I could even resize it a little bit so it looks a little different, because you don't want to have a whole bunch of copy and paste on there. But you see how it interacts with different, and you're going to get some really neat colors. So we're going to fill that whole thing up with blobs, and make sure you do not make it too crazy colors. So, I mean, too much. You don't want it too busy.